もし諦めたら悔いが残る。
何度も体験したことがある。まさにドラゴンを相手にしてる気分。
Hey, my dear pirates! And in today's video, we're going to talk about the possible Mother of Luffy who appeared in the promotional chapter of the movie Red. If that woman really is Luffy's mother, does Oda intend to develop an arc entirely for her, or is she just a generic character? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, but first of all, so if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press that like button with all the power of your devil fruit. And if you're new here, my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video here from Anime Joy Boy, okay? Join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado, let's get to this epic video. And well, my dear pirates, Eiichiro Oda, in several of his interviews, he even mentioned that Luffy's mother already existed, and in others that she was not that important for Luffy's development. And we even have an interview with Luffy's voice actress where she reveals that she asked Oda about Luffy's mother, where he replied that Luffy's mother would have nothing to comment on Luffy's journey, since the journey of our dear and future king of the pirates is about him exactly leaving his mother's arms. Reading these interviews, one can theorize that Oda wants to say that Dadan is in fact Luffy's mother without having to be a biological mother, or that he doesn't really want to develop a mother for the protagonist of his work. But if these two possibilities are true, then why would Oda put Luffy's mother in the manga? Sure, many of you might respond to this by saying that maybe that woman is not really Luffy's mother, or that the young man in the girl's arms is not Luffy. But I'm believing so. At least the boy is Luffy. Not only is the hair identical to Luffy's, but we also have to take into account the little Yuta, who is Shark's adopted daughter. We saw that she is also on the promo page for movie Red, and if we stop to analyze things, we see that Luffy would be more or less a newborn, having a few or even a month to live, while Yuta appears to be older than baby Luffy. And for those who follow the movie or know the story of the movie, we know that Yuta and Luffy are 2 years apart in age. So the promotional image we saw matches perfectly with the age of both, since little Yuta seems to have actually about 2 years old at the same time. But that's not all that makes me believe that little baby on the woman's lap is Luffy. Well, again, for those who have seen the movie or know its history, you know that Luffy and Yuta grew and had together for some time until they broke up. So there's no way that baby isn't Luffy, at least in my view. Now, what about that woman? Is she really Luffy's mother, and Oda himself has already made it clear that he has no desire to develop his character? Well, this is where a very interesting possibility comes in. Yes, maybe Oda wants to just close that gap and answer something fans have been asking him for years. Oda likes to give some simple answers to complex questions every now and then, but he may have wanted to show us that he's changed his mind and that maybe Luffy's mother has some importance for the end of his journey. But actually, I believe it's something else. Oda wants to reveal to us with this character if she really is Luffy's mother. For me, it goes far beyond her being important to finally reveal who the protagonist's mother really is, or if she will have an importance for Luffy's journey. For me, the appearance of this supposed mother of Luffy is much more important for the dragon, the leader of the revolutionaries. Luffy, regardless of his mother or father, he already has his destiny set. He already has his immutable ideal. So if his mother shows up, nothing would affect Luffy on his journey. But for Dragon, it could be important. In fact, I imagine that she was the decisive factor for Dragon to become what he is today. And my idea goes beyond theories about Luffy's mother being Insama or being a celestial dragon. No, my dear sailors. For me, Luffy's mother was a simple normal person who most likely lived in Fusha village, but for the same reason that he and his son would be impeached in the future, Dragon preferred that his wife hide and disappear. Garp would take care of Luffy for a while, but soon the boy who has the blood of the D's would start to pulse, causing him to follow his journey. Of course, Shanks played a big part in getting Luffy even more excited about turning a pirate, but what I understand from all this is that Dragon knows something about the D's. And because of that, he knew that Luffy was destined for something, and that's why he left the boy with Garp. He knew that not even Garp could influence him, even though he was in the Navy. So this would be a perfect test for Luffy. What I mean is that the dragon knows very important things that must be revealed in the course of time, and just like Shanks, he is just watching the path that Luffy is taking without much interference. We saw that both of them only appear when Luffy really needs him. Something else. Both Shanks and Dragon are leaving Luffy free to follow their path. The path that may not be Dragon's path, which is revolution at all costs, but it's also not Shanks' path, which is intervention, and many times in the dialogue. Luffy is revolutionizing the world in his own way. I said this in a past video about what would be Shanks' role in Luffy's life, and I believe this is it. Just help guide the person who will change the world. The same goes for the dragon. So taking your mother out of Luffy's focus would be the right thing to do, even more so at the risk of her being killed. Of course, she may have been dead a long time, and Oda just wants to make us think that she still exists to keep us hoping to see her someday. But it could be that he hid her precisely to avoid her death and make with her not having an influence on Luffy. So Luffy wouldn't have a maternal emotional influence to mold in a different way, and hiding it makes her stay alive so Luffy doesn't see her die as a consequence of his actions. If that's what Oda thought for the character, well, for me, it's a good size. After all, that way, we would still have Luffy's mother appearing in a future where the world is already peaceful, and she doesn't take any more risks, and we would also finally have the definitive answer about her. That would be interesting from my point of view. So, my dear sailors, the possibility that Dragon has hidden his wife to not influence Luffy in any way may be possible, and this agrees with the answer that Oda gave to Luffy's voice actress, Mayumi Tanaka, when saying that Luffy's mother shouldn't have so much and such importance since his journey began after he left her arms. In fact, it even goes back to who Luffy has become after it was revealed that he's actually a reincarnation of sorts or has the will inherited from the sun god Nika, being sort of a new or second Joy Boy. Following this legacy of freeing the people wouldn't be possible if he was just locked up with his mother. Luffy lived in Dadan, a bandit, with Garp, a marine, and is the son of Dragon, the most wanted pirate in the world. Luffy couldn't become who he is having a mother who was spoiling him all the time. Wanted Nika's or the D's destiny to be like this his journey. Clearly, Oda doesn't want to have a deal with any maternal worries in One Piece. While Luffy and Zoro never talked about their mother, Frankie also kept silent. Nami was adopted and her adoptive mother was killed. Usopp's mother also died, as did Ace, Brook, Robin, and Sanji's mothers. For me, this idea, this possibility, is much better and more in line with what Oda thinks than Luffy's mother being Crocodile or something like that. But of course, for the possibility to become real, Dragon will have to bring Luffy's mother from wherever she is, and Oda putting her on a movie promo page could mean he wanted to do this in a flashback form for later. Which brings her at the end of the journey. But now I want to know your opinion about everything that we commented here today. Would Luffy's mother be an ordinary person and unimportant to the story of Luffy and One Piece, or would she be an important person for Luffy's future? But now I want to know what you think, so leave it in the comments. But of course, if you made it this far, it's because you like the content. So it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button. That helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel. So help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone, and until the next video.